Hey, Nick here with your games for the 6th of November from the West, and there are a couple, so let's get into it. Spurs losing to Houston, 127 to 100. On the Spurs, nobody really stands out here. Wemby a little bit calmer than he was previously. 15, 6 rebounds, 3 blocks on 14 shots. Not great. Those percentages don't seem to be going anywhere anytime soon. That's really it. I'd ignore everyone else. We go over to the Rockets, and pretty calm game from everybody except the guards here. Jalen Green for 21, Fred VanVleet for 21, but also 10 assists and 7 rebounds for Fred. So he seems to be coming a form. Imagine saying that he might be a drop, or he might be someone you need to get rid of. That's crazy. We move over to Grizzlies and Lakers. Grizzlies hosting the Lakers, beating them 131 to 114. That hot start from the Lakers is a distant memory now. Ja, unfortunately, potentially getting a little bit injured, something to monitor. This is the lifestyle of having Ja on your team. That play style is concerning. This is not new information. That's kind of the thing. LeBron, though, 39 points on his 39th birthday. Or, that's the narrative ESPN will make you believe. He's old, and he scored 39. Well done, mate. Jackson Hayes getting the start despite an investigation from a couple of years ago. Who knows? 8 and 10. That's okay. Austin Reeves with 19 points, but kind of scatter stats everywhere. Nothing really stand out. Cam Reddish getting a bit of a run here. 15 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals off the bench. Just 26 minutes. It's not too bad. I wouldn't obsess with it. Without AD, this team's completely different. Grizzlies, on the other hand, Ja Morant taps out with the 24 minutes, just 24 and 5, not too bad. Santi Aldama, another double-double, 11 and 12 with a steal and 3 assists to go with it. We have Jalen Wells getting a starting spot, getting 20 points, maybe. Jaren Jackson, 26 and 3 blocks, so maybe rounding back out. And Zach Edey, only 8 points, 7 rebounds, but in 15 minutes, so that's really solid for what it is. But yeah, that Brooklyn game is a distant memory now. New Orleans hosting the undefeated Cleveland Cavs, and that stays the same way. Cleveland taking it 131 to 122. Good teams, even spreads, this is what happens. Donovan Mitchell leading the way with 29 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and a block. Well done. Jared Allen, very solid this season, 16 and 14 on 7 to 12 shooting. Everybody else kind of doing what they normally do. We go over to New Orleans. Zion was back, 29 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and a block. That's what you want from Zion. Brandon Ingram, 20 points on 20 shots. That's not necessarily it. Jose Alvarado popping off today, 27 points, 10 of 14, 7 of 7 from 3. Wow, 5 assists, 3 steals, pretty good. But again, as I said, New Orleans very volatile right now. Don't overlook it. Then our next game is Dallas hosting the Chicago Bulls, winning 119 to 99. Well done, Dallas. For the Bulls, Josh Giddey, 10 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, a steal, 5 turnovers. That's not really what you're looking for. Vucevic, still solid, 14 points, 10 rebounds, 7 of 10 shooting. That's it. I don't know. There's not much going on in the Bulls. But let's go over to the Dallas. Luka, 27 points, 13 assists, 7 rebounds, 5 turnovers. That's a Luka game. Kyrie having 17 points, Clay 13 points. Daniel Gafford getting a little bit more of a run because Derek Lively was out today, 17 and 7. Excuse me. But I'm going to be honest with you, as a fantasy owner, you know the players on this team. No one's worth watching there. We go over to the Nuggets and OKC. Nuggets just stretching the lead enough with 124, 122. I think a buzzer beater didn't occur or a good defensive play happened at the end. OKC Chet with 15 and 10 and a block on 14 shots, so not a most efficient game for him. Jalen Williams, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 steals to go along with 29 points. He might be coming into form. That's great. SGA, 28 points here. I don't know. SGA is odd to say he's having a down year, but he was so good last year that I think the team being better hasn't really helped. A highlight here might be Alex Caruso off the bench. 22 minutes, shot 1 of 9 from the field, but you don't get him for points, you get him for the 4 steals and 2 blocks. So maybe something to keep in mind there. As for the Nuggets, they were in an 8-man lineup and 5 of them were the starters and 5 of them played very well. Westbrook, 29 points, 10 of 15 shooting, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Wow, that would suck if you think that's going to happen all season. Christian Braun also getting in the starting lineup, 24 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals and a block. That's really good. Michael Porter with 24, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. And Jokic, 23 points, 20 rebounds, 16 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. You'd love to see it. Braun, Westbrook. Those are probably the two from that one. We go over to Suns hosting the Heat. 115 to 112. Suns just edging this one out. You go over to the Heat. Tyler Hero being the hero of the game. I'll stop. 28 points, 9 of 15 shooting, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. Not too bad. Bam with a 12 and 12, but on 21 shots. Holy moly. But he did have 5 steals, so that's something to keep in mind. Jimmy not doing much. 15 points on 13 shots. And maybe you could make a case and say Haywood Highsmith off the bench. 19.7 rebounds, 2 assists, but I wouldn't get your hopes up too much. Go to Phoenix, Kevin Durant. Man, as someone who owns Booker, I really wish Booker would take the lead of this team. But Kevin Durant continuing to lead the charge. 32 points, 13 of 23 shooting, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Nurkic, this is the one. 20 points, 18 rebounds. He had that 15 and 15 game the other day, and he's backed it up. So he's coming into form. Beal only had 7. That's kind of Beal's role. I think he's the third person and may or may not need to pop off. Who knows? Devin Booker, 9 of 17 to give you 22 points, but he did have 9 assists, so it's nice when he doesn't score that he does pass. That's something. Royce O'Neal off the bench, 6 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and a block. That's good value in just 23 minutes. That's about it for them. LA Clippers beating Philly, 110 to 98. Good job, James Harden, getting that revenge tour. Philly, Paul George, 18 points, 7 of 9 shooting, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, and a block. That's a pretty good game for him. He only played 24 minutes, so I wonder if there's a minutes restriction here going on. Drummond, 9 points, 10 rebounds. You would expect a little bit more in the absence of Joel Embiid, but that's okay. Tyrese Maxey, 32 minutes here, 12 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal. Did not look himself and actually left the game with a hamstring injury. Just monitor. Don't overreact. Don't trade him like I'm trying to. The Clippers, on the other hand, Harden not leading the way, so come back down to earth after that hot start. It's Norman Powell again. Talked about it a couple of times. 26 points, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 rebound. That is all you really need to know about those guys. And then our final game for the evening, it's Sacramento hosting 107 Raptors. They scored 107. The Kings won, 122. The Raptors, very odd team. Anyone can get a run. And that's why Davion Mitchell had 20 points on 8 of 11 shooting, so that's pretty good. RJ Barrett with 23. Grady Dick, only 7. Just got to mention some Dick in there. Sabonis, 17 points, 13 assists, 11 rebounds, but the main issue is that he didn't miss. Free throw line, field goal, he didn't miss. That's a perfect game. You'll love to see it. DeMar DeRozan with 27, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Sorry, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 steal. He's really, I don't know, he's kind of taken over that like second to third star role. It's crazy. Keegan Murray with 22 points and 12 rebounds. That's what you love to see from him. De'Aaron Fox with 21. But all the assists really sucked up by Sabonis on that team, getting half the team's assists. So, what are your evaluations? I think Jusuf Nurkic, probably looking through these box scores, Jusuf Nurkic is the biggest surprise here. 2 games in a row with like 15 or more rebounds. And, you know, clearly can do that on a team that doesn't need him to do much else. So, maybe keep an eye on him, see if he can swing a trade. In terms of your flyers, New Orleans, Toronto, these are your teams that you kind of just look at and figure out, hey, like, who's going to play today and how's that going to go? But this is the joys of this part of the season. You start to know who you got, and you hope that injuries don't ruin your team, and you hope that you can address some needs of your team. Best of luck.